do want to go. That's not where I want to go. That's okay. I want to go drop a couple things off my stash. Check these guys, see if they have any money. I want to look at Sam Camp. I want to see if it's really, there's no one there. And then back to Melson Shear. More dead laws.
We've expanded the facilities. Truly a marvel of modern art. Here you go. This is the profit we've made. Be careful out in the sands.
I gotta know. They're hostile. And we'll ditch. I just want to see if there's anything here. Yep. Hostile sentries. Alright, so we're going back to Melson Shear. Then we have the Crestwood, Midian. So we'll basically go this way. I like it. Oh, it's actually going to put me in the city. I've never actually left the city yet.
It is the hero of Melson Shear. Another interested in a trinket or a gem. Rialti's Ma has what you need. Another time then.
Our soldiers are doing their best out there, but it's still a nightmare.
We're gonna find these allies.
If you believe the rumors, they attack and then fade into the swamps of Cluricon without a trace. Just go out there, and I suspect they'll find you. Watch out for those red-eyed bastards.
Swampy good times means lots of Mergen.
business.
Keep your hands off me, fool. I'm no Tuatha. I must speak with the Siegebreaker.
Hail. You're the one who slew the Baelor. Honor to you, champion. I command the Ariad. We are warrior scouts, the eyes of the Alfar. My men are scouting the Tuatha's retreat, though I fear I may have lost even them to this cursed forest.
So who are you?
I have been leading the Ariad for many seasons now. I may not have the flair that some of our other leaders do, but I get the job done.
What about the general?
Don't care what happened on the wall. Talara was a great general, through and through. She'll always be a hero to the Ariad, and to me.
So who are the Ariad?
The men and women of the Ariad are handpicked for possessing a very particular set of skills. We are the eyes of the Alfar forces. It is our responsibility to move among the enemy, to watch and wait, and when necessary, to kill.
Is that what you do to Tuatha?
Vile creatures. The sooner we kill them all, the better.
What's she doing out here? What about the city?
My men and I are glad to be free of its walls. It is about time the brass decides to unleash us on these Tuatha dogs. Aye, Cluracan's doomed to drown in blood. Mark my words.
So why do you fear they're lost?
They are overdue. My men are never late. They are either where they are supposed to be, or they are dead. In fact, if you are venturing out into the forest, may I prevail upon you for aid?
Sure. How can I help?
3 of my men are missing. If you discover any evidence of what befell them within the Cursewood, let me know. Warrior to warrior, I would be in your debt. And if it would sweeten the pot, there'd be gold for you as well.
What can you tell me about the Cursewood?
It's been called that ever since they laid the foundations of Melsenshir. Even the smallest of plants and critters can kill you out here.
Looking forward to it. So where can I find them?
Deep within the Cursewood, most likely. I sent 3 soldiers into the forest to track the movements of the Tuatha. Where that took them is anybody's guess.
See what I can do, man.
It is a pleasure to meet the Siegebreaker. Especially here, in a land where pleasure has been all too rare. I am Sidon the Outcast, Prince in exile of the House of Sorrows. I'm here to welcome you to our home. I see the hesitation in your eyes. Although I am Fae of the Winter Court, you and I have a common enemy.
Who are you?
I am Sidon the Outcast. Once, I was Prince of the House of Sorrows, but my true duties are to the true Court of Winter. The Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflo and the Tuatha. With your help, I can end their reign.
Where did you come from?
Clearly I'm not Tuatha. I carry a loathing for them that mortals could never understand. I simply approached your lines peacefully and expressed my desire to speak with the Siegebreaker. It seems that even the simplest mortal soldier can recognize an ally against our mutual enemy.
The Tuatha?
Indeed. You accomplished a great feat here. But the Tuatha Deon are far from defeated. Before striking the heart, you must trim the fat and cleave through the bones. If you wish to put an end to Gadflo's reign, meet my brethren and me at Foe's Hearth to the east, and we can talk further there.
So many things to talk about. Jeez, dude, why do you have so much stuff to talk about? Talk about the Winter Court.
We're only a shadow of what we were before Gadflo poisoned our minds. Seems natural for embodiments of decay, doesn't it? But unlike our lighter siblings in the Summer Court, we'll fight to cleanse the Tuatha from our lands, just as any wounded animal would.
What about Ventrinia?
No need to be surprised. We know that you seek the Corpse Collector. Secrets are among our specialties. It wasn't so long ago that you were working with him here. But then, That was a lifetime ago for you, wasn't it?
See, they all know I was working over here. What about Tuatha?
The Wather have corrupted the very soul of the Unseelie, twisting our people, stealing our noble houses, and driving our true leaders into exile. I've tried to get the Unseelie to unite against them, but by the time we realized their threat, it was too late. But I'll not give up.
How about the Summer Court?
When mortals think of Fae, they prefer to think of the Summer Court. And why not? They're radiant and true, even if they are too full of themselves.
Nice.
By all means, pretend all the Fae are like them. You'd never dare go to sleep if you truly understood the rest of us.
What about the Prismere?
Prismere has always grown in our lands, but only with a surge of magic into our world was it anything other than a simple gem.
Will you tell me the Clericon?
Home of my heart, and grave of my troubles. This is where the brave and foolish come to die. And in death, they feed the swift and sly.
What about the House of Vengeance?
The House of Vengeance was a place of fierce honor and stoic determination that made granite seem soft and fickle. But not anymore. When Gadflow rose up, he unleashed their bottled hatred and turned it against the mortals. Now, they're led by a vicious cur, more beast than Fae.
And the House of Sorrows?
The House of Sorrows is home to the lovelorn, the desperate, and those ravaged by hope. Together, my brethren and I took back what the world had taken from us. Now, the Dwatha have taken our people, our houses, and our self-respect. We grieve at these losses, but we shall take them back by whatever means necessary.
And Gadflow?
That little fool used to be nothing more than a capering jester in the Winter Court. That he found the power to rise against the High King and defeat him. It's enough to make you think there's something to his god, Tirnoch.
And the Fae?
We have walked these lands for countless ages. Always playing the same roles, always seeing to the proper cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now, we face the end of our ways. Not from the mortals, as some had feared, but from our own kind.
Tell me more of you.
I am Sidon the Outcast. Once I was Prince of the House of Sorrows, but my true duties are to my kind. The Winter Fae have been disgraced and despoiled by Gadflow and his new god. For House and Heartbreak, I shall end his reign.
What's Bitterfrost?
We are the remains of the Winter Fae. Refugees from the capital of Bale. Outcasts from the houses. And those who escaped Prismere Blades. The Tuatha have taken our court and our birthrights. And for that, we will take their lives. To restore a balance once again.
What do you know of Aelin Shear?
I've heard of her. And I've seen her work. A dead diplomat here, a salvaged peace treaty there, a handful of lies told to protect an innocent. But even as a collector of secrets, there's precious little I know about her. Nothing could be more beautiful than a mystery like her.
I agree with that. What about Agoth?
Yes, I
Agarth.
travelled with Agarth back in his prime. But those are stories for another time.
Are we finally done with all your long list of stuff? Yep, what's your offer?
I'd rather not talk here. Chloricon is filled with Tuatha spies. Travel to the old ruins at Foe's Hearth. We'll meet you inside and we can talk there.
I like his bow. It's like a horse.
Now be careful. These swamps can
You
be
go ahead.
dangerous.
It's been some time since Sidon and I had a chance to talk.
Indeed, Agarth.
Goats, maybe?
I hear on the winds that you laid down your sword and drowned yourself in drink when you learned the ways of fate. And yet here you are, sword in hand, again the victor. How
Yeah,
is
it's like
this?
goats, maybe. It's kind of cool.
Do the winds lie?
Whatever they are.
It's a long tale. It started when I sobered up long enough to go bury a friend of mine in Alistar Tower. Or rather, that's what I had planned to do.
That's a dope chest. This journal is too soaked with blood to be readable. Journey of Jalnar Raigen. Lara herself has arrived with someone. They say she bears a weapon capable of defeating the daemon. I do not know, but I hope it is true. 6 years of fighting. I do not remember when they stopped paying me, but I stay. Something about these Alfar. They do not speak our language or listen to the sea and storm, but they have a sort of honor. And the Tuatha. These dogs deserve to die. They are monstrous, like nothing nature ever blessed. I fight now because I have seen what to do, and I know in my heart it must not be good. I've seen what they do, and I know my heart must not be good. Tomorrow it'll be over one way or another. If I survive, I will go home to the Ice Brain and see my brother. Do this first before we head back.
It was a time of change. The cycles of the seasons turned as ever, but inside the bones of the earth, there lurked a cold. It was not the cold of winter. Beside the houses of sorrows, pride, and vengeance, a new turmoil fomented. A magic hitherto unseen.
I'll map this area out a little bit before we go back inside.
I have waited some time for you to come, Siegebreaker, and it seems that my patience has, at least, been worthwhile. The House of Sorrows has need of your might. Aid us, and you will earn a strong ally in the war against the Tuatha Deon.
Like the tapestry. What do you need?
Like your Alfar allies, we Winterfey suffer under the Tuatha's onslaught. And like the Alfar, we Winterfey need a champion. But it is a difficult position we are in, mortal. The Fae are not like your kind. We have different priorities, different threats. We need someone who understands that.
Who are you?
You may call me Bizarrain. I represent one of the great houses of the Winter Court, the House of Sorrows. This war with the Tuatha has worn the house to all but dust. We Fae are ill-equipped to handle such change, but your kind, you mortals, can bear it.
I'll help you.
It is not a simple task I ask of you. I have only approached you because you show the potential of use. You must still prove your worth. Go to the Midden and find the place called the Proving Halls. This Hearthstone will grant you access. Once you are within the halls, my questions will be answered.
Okay, so we're not going that way. Yet. I just wanted to map as much as I could that way. So that way we can go round robin. I guess for you guys it'd be like that. Play on words on hat pins. These daggers were concealed in the elegant coiffure of famed Ducklefar rogue coiffure in Femme Fatale mode 0. Those sound cool. I'm gonna keep them.
What are you doing out here? Tell him I'll be along shortly. I've got some unfinished business brewing here.
What about your captain?
Leader of the Ariad and my commander. We're scouts who serve the Alfar interests in Cluricon. Drafan's a stickler for the rules, but that's all right. Sometimes rules are useful.
How are you?
I don't remember what I did before the war. That time is all hazy to me now. I've been killing for so long, I wonder if even my family would recognize me.
Bob Melson Shear.
Don't get me wrong. I owe the walls of that fortress. They saved my life a dozen times over. But I'm glad to be out in the world again. It's where I do my best work.
What unfinished business?
By unfinished business, I mean Deadeye, Tuatha assassin, responsible for hundreds of Alfar deaths in the war. The two of us just crossed paths here in the wood not half a day past. I hunted the monsters to shatter to your minds. You're the hero of Melsen Shear, right? Think you can lend a hand?
I mean, yeah.
Deadeye's inside. I don't dare to go in alone. Hundreds of my brethren have fallen to that creature. But you killed the Baelor. So I'll stand here and cover the exit with my bow. You can venture into Shattertear and hunt the hunter, so to speak.
What more can you tell me about Deadeye?
No one knows her actual Tuatha name. I probably couldn't pronounce it even if I did. What I do know is that she doesn't miss. Not with that fabled bow of hers. As I said, hundreds of my fallen brothers bear witness to that.
What should I expect?
Judging from the amount of blood I've seen, Deadeye's probably wounded pretty bad, which means gutting the monster will be all the more risky. Don't underestimate the danger. Goodbye.
Let's go in.